Aloha! Today at BeaDazzle Hawaii we are making the Helix Trapeze earrings. The materials I'm using are gold tone wire measuring 3.5 inches, Helix crystals 2mm and 3mm donuts. The first thing I'm going to do is create our trapeze bar. I'm using a 3-step plier, going 1/2 inch below the tip of the wire and bending it to make a right angle. Then I'm pushing the tip of the wire around the first step. Then I'm going to twist that wire around to make my loop. I rock it back and forth to center it over the wire. Then I use my chain nose plier, my bent nose plier to grip the loop, and my chain nose plier to do the wrap. I like the bent nose because it keeps the tips out of the way while I'm doing my wrap. So there's a wrapped loop. Then I'm going to alternate 2mm crystals, donuts, with 5 Helix beads. Once they're strung, I'm going to make a second loop with about 1/8 of an inch spacing above the last crystal. I'm going to make that angle bend at the top with a little bit of space to wrap, and also some space so that when we curve it, it won't be too tight. So I flip it around with my fingers and then twist my plier to make the loop. Use my bent nose pliers and chain nose to do the wrap. 1, 2, and my nipping pliers. To cut. So there's my trapeze. I'm going to use our multi-mandrel to shape this little piece. And I go about halfway up. Doesn't need to be precise, but it's just to gently bend the crystals on the wire, bend the wire without pushing too hard on the crystals. Once I get a little bit of a curve in it, at the very ends I curve it upward a little bit. And I take my chain nose plier and I twist my loops the direction I want them to go. So I have a little smile shape, like this. Next, I have one bar already finished, made with an eye pin and stringing my crystals. one more bar to do. And it's just alternating my colors. This is a 1.5 inch pin. And I want to leave about 1/4 inch to 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to just use my fingers to bend at the top of that glass crystal. And then my step plier, the tip, to make my simple loop, another eye. And that pin should be straight. Then using my chain nose plier, we're going to assemble these pieces. And twist the loop open. And twist it closed. And then for the very top, I have another 1 inch eye pin, 2 donuts, and a helix bead. Again, I'm going to bend with my fingers right at the top of the piece. And this is a little bit too long, so I clip my wire before I make my loop. And grab the tip of it with the step plier. If it's not centered the first time, put it back in and then rock it back and forth until it's centered over your beads. Then I'm going to open that loop up and add my pieces. Twist to close. And then I've already opened the loop to my ear wire. Just add that, twist that loop to close gently. And I have my finished Helix trapeze earring. All these materials and tools are available at our store in lots of colors.